Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's been a while, guys. So if you want to know how we made this delicious Edikaikong soup made by an Akwa Ibomite herself, if you know Edikaikong soup is Akwa Ibom is their birthright. So this soup is made by an Akwa Ibomite herself, because there is a trick, though I've known it over for years, but I don't use that method. But if you want to know the trick, watch this video to the end and I assure you, you will appreciate it. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so first thing first, this is our meat. It is washed and cleaned, so put it in the pot, add some water, add our chopped onions, then cover it to cook. Then this is my stockfish. This stockfish, we soaked it overnight because it's a very strong one, but now it's looking very soft. Okay, so I'm not going to cook it for too long, maybe just for like 10 minutes. As you can see the way it's looking, it's very soft already. So I'll cook that separately because it doesn't have the same cooking time again as the meat. Okay, all right, so moving on, this is the fish. Guys, don't ask me what I'm doing with a toothbrush, because I'm using it to brush the teeth of the fish. A katala? Yes, because these fish, some of them, they come with a lot of sand. So once I take out that stick that I used to secure the tail of the fish to the mouth, then I brush the teeth. As you can see, brush it very well. Make sure there is no sand anywhere. Otherwise, this can mess up your soup. You get, and you don't want to, as you're eating your fish, you don't want to bite any sand. You know how that awful thing can be. So yeah, that is it. So wash the fish, clean, rinse again, take out the bones, whatever that you don't want, and the fish is set. Then if you're making Edikaikong soup and there is no pomo inside, hey, I don't know what you're cooking, as long as you can get it anyways. But if you live in a country where you can't get this, then it's fine. You can be forgiven. Use whatever you have, okay? Then the second thing you cannot do without is periwinkle. Is some, you either use this one or you use the one in the shell, the pium pium. So for now, I'm using this one. Then here comes the trick. This is the water leaf. She's cutting it and cutting and cutting and cutting. Okay, so like I said, I only use the fry method. After washing and cutting it like this, I will just fry and cook. So while that is going on, I keep an eye on the meat. The meat is almost ready. I just added the pomo, add some salt, give it a stir, cover it, and let it continue cooking. So now back to the water leaves. It is completely ready, as in we've cut everything. So you squeeze it like you want to wash bitter leaves. You see, the purpose is just to take off that slime. You can see how slimy it is. So wash and wash and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Then pour in some water, rinse it out. I bet you if you cook it like this, you will enjoy it more. Sift it and then rinse again. You don't need to squeeze the second time, but if you want to, it's your choice. Okay, just rinse it this second time and your water leaf is set. Like I said, you can cook it without doing this method. Katala. And then the ugu leaves, which is the pumpkin leaf. So we just wash and cut. Some people cut their ugu in the market, but for me, I don't do that because they don't wash it in the market before they cut. I prefer to wash before cutting. Okay, now our pot is on fire. No water, nothing. Just add the water leaves, add some salt. Guys, you need to spice this water leaves to give it that, in fact, to start giving your soup a very good taste. Add onions, pepper. We are adding half of the onions, half of the pepper, and half of the seasoning that we are going to use for this soup. Okay, cover that to cook for about 5 minutes and we are back. Stir and stir and stir. Then add the fish. Okay, as you add the fish, add the oil. Another important thing to note, vegetable soup or Edikaikong soup doesn't take much water. Rather, it takes oil. Some people use oil in place of water. But yeah, be generous with the oil, guys. So cover to cook and then come back to it after some minutes. Add the remaining half of the ingredients: pepper, crayfish, seasoning, and all of that. Okay, cover it again to cook for maybe a minute, then add a little water. You see the quantity? This kind of soup doesn't take much water. Taste for salt. If it's not as you desire, then adjust as required. Okay, add the ugu leaves, a kotala, then the remaining half of the ingredients or spices you kept aside. Add all of them because our soup is beginning to pop. Add that, add your fish. Okay, add periwinkle. In fact, add everything that is remaining. Add everything. Stir until everything is well combined. And then lastly, we add the meat. Guys, no, before you add the meat, turn off that heat. Turn it off and then stir and stir and stir. It's set. Akwa Ibom Edikaikong soup, abi? It's ready.